Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism teaches that the universe is ordered by rational principles and that human happiness comes from living in harmony with that order. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote in his private journal that we should view each event as a gift from the cosmos. He reminds us that our judgments and reactions are what shape our experience, not the external conditions themselves. By accepting what we cannot change and mastering our thoughts, we gain freedom. This idea is built on 3 lessons that are especially useful today. First, focus only on your own actions, not on the outcomes beyond your control. This removes worry and empowers decision-making. Second, view setbacks as opportunities for learning, for the Stoics considered adversity a teacher. Third, practice mental preparation by visualizing the worst possible outcome. This builds resilience without causing anxiety. In the context of a phoenix rising from ashes, Stoicism provides the inner fire that fuels the upward trajectory rather than letting despair drown you. Chapter 1, Ashes to Ambition. In the banks of the Nile, a young Egyptian craftsman named Terran built a magnificent gate for his scribe. He poured his heart into the project, yet a winter storm blew away the gate's marble panels. He stood under the gray sky with his tools in hand and saw only ruin. But in that moment, the image of the Bennu bird appeared in his mind. The Bennu, a mythical creature that burns itself to ash and rises reborn, had guided the Nile's floods for generations. Terran realized that failure was his chance to rebuild something stronger. The lesson for today's entrepreneurs is that failure is not a stopping point, but a doorway to reinvention. A missed market launch, a collapsed partnership, or a failed product could feel like the storm that toppled Terran's gate. Yet like the Bennu, these moments provide the essential heat that fuels renewal. Apply this insight by setting a brief pause in your own workday after a setback. Take 10 minutes to reflect on what you can learn and how you can pivot. Write down one small adjustment or a new approach, then commit to it. This process turns the bitter taste of failure into the sweet aroma of progress. Conclusion: the phoenix is not only a symbol of rebirth, but also a reminder that resilience is born from the ashes we choose to rise over. Call to action. If you found this story helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories and strategies. Reflective question: when you faced a sudden setback, what small step did you take to ignite your own rebirth? Chapter 2, Rising Within the Tempest. In ancient Greece, the city of Argos faced a long drought. The people prayed to Zeus, but the sky stayed stubbornly gray. A humble farmer named Lycorias heard an elder speak of a secret. Remember the river that never stops, your spirit must flow like it. During the drought, Lycorias planted crops that needed little water, and he built an irrigation dam that captured every trickle of rain. The city not only survived but thrived, and it became known for a new water management system that is still studied by engineers. This parable carries a modern business lesson. When industries face a seismic shift, such as climate change or digital disruption, our first duty is to recognize the source of pressure and align our inner resources accordingly. Adapting doesn't mean surrendering. It means turning the same force we feel into a conduit for innovation. To apply this, identify the major external pressures your industry is experiencing. Write a short analysis of how each pressure can be reframed into an opportunity. Turn these opportunities into concrete experiments. Test new processes, enter new markets, or partner with unexpected allies. Conclusion: the storm can be a source of transformation when we let our spirit flow like the river. Call to action: like, comment, and share if you see the opportunity in your own challenges. Subscribe to stay inspired. Reflective question: how has a current external pressure revealed a path you hadn't considered before? Chapter 3, Control the Fire Within. Epictetus was a Greek slave who later became a philosopher. One day, a master asked him, "What does it mean to be free?" Epictetus replied, "Freedom is in our mind. We can control our reactions to everything." He compared life to a ship sailing in turbulent seas. The crew cannot control the waves, but they can decide how they steer the helm. This lesson is a powerful tool for modern leaders juggling teams, budgets, and client expectations. Recognize that you cannot control the market's whims, but you can control the clarity of your vision. When the market changes or a client demands a feature you cannot deliver immediately, practice reframing your response. This steadiness steadies the entire ship. To put this into practice, hold a brief daily reflection at the start of each day. Note the single thing you will control that influences your day, your response, your plan, or your communication. By choosing something actionable, you anchor yourself in the present moment, reduce indecision, and become a beacon for your team. Conclusion: the true spark of resilience is the steady flame we maintain inside. Call to action: if you want to master the art of inner control, give this exercise a try and let us know the results in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Reflective question: what is one aspect of today's work that you can choose to control right now? Chapter 4: Resilience on the Nile of Life. When the ancient city of Memphis faced a flood that threatened to erode its foundations, the merchants and artisans pooled resources, raising temporary walls and diverting a portion of the river. They didn't wait for the king's decree. Their collaborative actions saved the city and earned the trust of future generations. Today's parallel is collective resilience in business ecosystems. No single startup can conquer a market on its own. Building partnerships, sharing resources, and co-creating value increase survival odds dramatically. To apply this, map the ecosystem around your product or service. Identify at least 3 stakeholders: customers, suppliers, regulators, whose interests align with yours. Reach out, propose a mutual benefit, and start a dialogue. You might discover shared data that accelerates innovation or shared logistics that cut costs. Conclusion: the Nile teaches that water finds its way, our networks must do the same. Call to action: like this idea if you see the power of collaboration. Share with colleagues who could benefit, and subscribe for more ecosystem insights. Reflective question: who in your professional network could collaborate with you to create shared value, and what is the first step you could take to initiate that partnership? Chapter 5: The Phoenix Way. From ancient Egypt to present times, the phoenix symbolizes the cycle of death and rebirth. Every time the mythic bird sets itself aflame, it leaves a clean slate to rise anew. Likewise, at the end of every personal or corporate failure, the opportunity to rebuild appears. The combined guide of Stoicism and the Phoenix myth offers a roadmap. Accept what is beyond your influence, focus on deliberate action, learn from adversity, and let your inner fire guide your rise. Practical steps for implementation. 1. Establish a routine of short, daily reflection on what you can control. 2. After a failure, write a post-mortem that lists 3 lessons learned and an action item for each. 3. Build a coalition of allies who support your rebound plan. Conclusion: the phoenix is not just another symbol. It is a living lesson that resilience is an active, practiced skill. Call to action: if you feel inspired to ignite your own transformation, give this 5-step roadmap a try. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you the wisdom you need for an unstoppable rise. Reflective question: what fire have you yet to kindle within yourself that could spark the next phase of your journey?